Inspiration DNA, the difference self-assurance can make for MLM success. Some months ago, a fellow I knew decided to go into business. He was timid and introverted. His handshake was feeble, and he had enormous trouble making eye contact. He usually sat in the back of the room with his head down, blending in. He had few friends, and he didn't socialize a great deal with a lot of people. He needed to learn how to build self-assurance for MLM success. At the end of one particular day, he stated that he was in sales as of late and hadn't been getting along really well to date, but he had decided to change, to go to work on himself, to defeat his shyness, and to get really good at selling for his company. He then decided to leave, and I wished him the best of luck. A year afterwards, he returned to get some business pointers again, but this time he was clearly a different person. He was less agitated and more self-confident. He was nevertheless a bit timid, but once he shook hands, his clasp was more steadfast and his eye contact was better. He interacted softly with individuals around him. He then assured me he was beginning to rise in his sales division and had had his finest year ever. He was set to do still better in the year to come. Approximately 14 months afterward, he came back to visit. This time he brought 5 individuals from his business, all of whom he had convinced to come to get some business tips. He had walked right up to me and shook hands securely, looking me directly in the eye with a secure, self-assured smile. He inquired if I recalled him, and I told him that I remembered him really well. He said that he had brought something that he needed to show me. He showed me a letter from his business affiliates personally complimenting him for the spectacular job he had done in sales in the preceding year. It turned out that he had gone from number 35 to number 1 out of 43 associates. He was still hushed, but he had a fantastic air of might and sense of purpose about him. He had taken the step and gave the price to expand himself into a fine marketer. He had made the determination to do whatever was essential to defeat his shyness and to formulate the sort of personality that he looked up to in other people. He was, and is, in every sensation of the word, a self-made man. Possibly the most fantastic consequence of formulating high levels of self-assurance is the favorable impact that your personality will induce on your relationships and your business. Your mental attitude of confidence and quiet assurance will make you more charismatic to individuals. They'll want to be around you to make opportunities available to you that wouldn't have developed when you didn't feel as fantastic about yourself. Behave as though it were out of the question to fail. Behave as though you already had a high level of self-assurance. Know that you can have it if you are able to dream it, and if you have the self-assurance to go out and latch on. Kai is an MLM recruiting expert who specializes in lead generation and list building. Check out his site at www.mlmrecruitingonline.com. As well, to find out more on building your self-confidence for business success, check out Inspiration DNA at inspirationdna.com.